Hi, welcome to a new episode of OCD Geeks. I'm Cris.
And I'm Jack. Hi, welcome guys. Welcome back.
How are you doing, Jack?
All is fine here, Cris. Today the weather is a little bit cloudy since I have to go working. I think it's the best and not to feel that you're missing something.
I completely agree. So I will say perfect day for podcasting.
Perfect day for podcasting, and you're ready for it, right?
Yes. So in today's episode, we are going to give our thoughts about latest Marvel movie, Black Widow.
Yes, it's a movie that me and Cris have seen from a newbie perspective. Compared to many other people, I haven't watched all the movies from the Marvel Studio Animation. Let me say at first that I might be missing some important points when speaking about such subject.
Yeah, in my case, I think I saw pretty much all movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. At the same time, I don't remember pretty much many details that are quite important. I have a general idea about what's going on, but as Jack said, I'm so far to be a Marvel expert, so we are not trying to give you a complete perspective on this subject.
Cris, usually when I find myself stuck in conversation about Marvel Studio Animation or, for example, other important TV series that everybody has watched, like Game of Thrones, which I've not seen, unfortunately.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like, completely isolated and apart from the context, and I want to go home.
At the same time, you are the expert of Lost.
Yes, Lost, but nobody wants to discuss Lost because it's finished since a long time. It's completely belonging to a past decade. So unfortunately, Lost people are very nostalgic and I cannot find many of them.
Yeah, who knows? It might be an idea for the future, like reviewing Lost after, 15 years or something like that.
I think it could be our longest episode in the podcast, in that you should stop me.
Yeah, I think so. But, starting from the most important question, did you enjoy this movie?
Let me say that I really enjoyed this movie. I was not expecting much because, as I told you, I'm a newbie, so I don't have a high expectation when a Marvel movie comes out. I know that it would have been really well done from a cinematographic perspective. You know how I like classic movies, all the era style, and how I like the good cinematography. So I really enjoyed this aspect because it really has high quality features, starting from the first minute to the last one. Great photography, great, and various settings also, so you can enjoy many backgrounds. Of course, the plot, because it's a kind of spy story, but not in the common sense.
With superhero vibe as well.
Superhero vibe. I could also find some similar aspect to Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, in that feature of the revenge of the protagonist, the seeking for the truth. It was a very powerful movie. Starting from the first minutes, I really liked the music.
Sure you were going to say.
Yes, because as you know, I'm a great Nirvana fan, and I really appreciated the starting credits opening with Smells Like Teen Spirits.
The cover was slower compared to the original, but together with the picture, from the early years of Black Widow and her sister, it was quite powerful.
Yes, it was powerful, and I really appreciated it. Somehow it kept me wanting to see more, so I could go easily on with the rest of the movie, because I really appreciated this background photographs, and that tells you in photographs the background of Black Widow,
like flashbacks,
because it's kind of a historical movie. It has a reference to the Cold War that our grandparents experienced somehow,
or even parents, I would say.
I really appreciated this point of view. The plot was quite simple throughout the whole movie. For example, it didn't strike me as something original, but I appreciated the projection of the story and the development of the characters.
I completely agree with you. Of course, it was quite interesting to notice this kind of bond between the two sisters and the role of parents as well, because you discovered that basically it's not a real family, it's a fake one, because of the government basically created and sent them to Ohio. At the same time, I truly believe that by the end of the movie, the bond between them is real.
Yes, I think that the bond between them gets real throughout the movie because they share suffering experience, they help each other. For example, when Yelena and Natasha help Red Guardian to escape from a prison. I will not go into further detail for all the people who didn't see the movie, but it should be enough to know that they interact and help each other to find some truth, because from the starting point they are, yes, family created by the secret government. I love the setting of the Red Room in which they are trained.
I want to say that even if you watch all movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it was not super clear the ground of Black Widow. So this spin-off kinda show a light upon her past. So it's quite interesting, even for long-time Marvel fans.
Yes, let me also say that compared to the comics, there are big differences. So guys, don't expect the movie to be as faithful.
No, I believe that in general, the Marvel Cinematic Universe tells a different perspective on Marvel superheroes. So if you are a comic fan, you can expect major differences. Again, I just want to say that both me and Jack are not experts, so we are not able to spot all the Easter eggs. So I would recommend you to check other videos made by Marvel experts.
Sure, of course, I agree with you, Cris. We could also appreciate the greatness of the protagonists because, there are great names. Scarlett Johansson as, at first place. Also, the directing is very good.
As you can see, we don't even remember all the names from the cast. So that's how bad we are. But at the same time, I'm a Marvel fan. So I really enjoy Marvel movies. You can expect even more movies coming later this year and next year as well. There are also available series such as WandaVision, Loki, and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. So talking about that, both me and Jack saw this movie on Disney+ with the VIP access. You also have the option to go to the traditional movie theaters in order to see it. Even though it was not super cheap to get this access, I really enjoyed the possibility to just see a movie that is currently available in the movie theater directly from the comfort of my home. That is also perfect for me because you know me well by now with my OCD and contamination fears. It's quite an advantage.
Yes, it's true. It's very comfortable to watch it from home. You know that I like to go to the cinema whenever I can, but unfortunately the fastness and the schedule of the theater in my city didn't include Black Widow, so I didn't have this possibility to go out and watch it directly in the theater.
Also, an advantage of the VIP access is that once you unlock, you can watch multiple times because, even if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, you can see this movie included in your subscription. In October, it will be available for all Disney Plus members.
Yes, that's right.
At the same time, if you are a Marvel fan, you might want to check out all the catalog of movies from the Phase 1 to the recent Phase 4 and plus all these new series. So for example, I know that it's already ended, but I'm still watching the series Loki. So there are plenty of contents to enjoy.
And I think by October, some other Marvel studios that would have been brought out by the industry, I guess. So you should keep you updated, every week at least.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if the new Spider-Man movie will come out later this year or next one, but for sure it's coming. And I believe a new Thor movie as well. So there are plenty of things to look forward.
It's a big industry, and in the moment that we are talking, many others are coming out at the same time.
Yes, I think so, but I really enjoy Disney Plus because it's a perfect mix of traditional Disney contents as well as Marvel, and even now with the new Star service as well, of contents to enjoy, and also Star Wars. Again, I'm not an expert, but you can find pretty much all Star Wars contents there.
Yes, I should rewatch them because it's a long time that I've not been seeing a Star Wars movie.
If you're watching or listening to this episode, I believe that pretty much you already saw Black Widow. But again, I would like you to write your opinion in the section comments down below. What Marvel movies are you most looking forward to? Let us know. We are happy to hear from you.
We're waiting for your replies and of course comments on Black Widow if you have the chance to see it.
We are approaching the end of the episode, but I would like to point out that Jack is rushing Russian language expert. So I believe you really enjoy the part of the movie where they spoke in the original Russian.
In the first place, I didn't get a few sentences because those are strange sentences. I mean, the words are not common. I was not expecting that. But in the same way, sometimes there are expressions which are used also to fill the conversational gap. For example, da, ladna, which means okay, or хорошо, which means good. I think those little words are comprehensible and used as fillers in the conversation. But other sentences longer, I think it's unlikely to hear in everyday life because they're strange.
It's also important to point out that both me and Jack saw this movie in the Italian dub version. I believe that the original one in English it's even better, I suppose.
Yeah, totally.
Last but not least, would you recommend this movie to our listeners?
From a cinematographic point of view, yes, I would recommend it. Whatever has this quality and this artistic perspective, it's commonly recommendable to anyone. You should not miss it.
If you watch already the previous movies, of course you can fully appreciate the references and Easter eggs. But even if you want to approach the Marvel movies, this can be a great point to start.
Yes, that's true. I think that I would keep on going with WandaVision now, which I was really interested in because, has this mixture between classic cinema and supernatural.
Of course, there are many references to the traditional television or even 60s and 70s while the plot moves on. So it's amazing if you're interested in this kind of, historical
reference to the old Hollywood stars.
So for those of you who might not know us, me and Jack are the hosts of the OCD Geeks podcast as well as YouTube channel. We are not talking only about movies and TV shows. Also, we are making videos about topics such as gaming, technology, but even meditation, language learning, and Italian language videos as well. So there are a variety of topics that we covered, and I'm sure that if you check our channel out, there is something for you to enjoy.
You can also visit at our Instagram pages, jack.ocdgeeks and chris.ocdgeeks,
as well as our website www.ocdgeeks.me.
You can also reach us at our Discord server, OCD Geeks.
Until next time, let them talk our freaks.
We stay tuned on OCD Geeks.